Good morning, my loves. Happy Friday. I know it's been a short week. We only worked 4 days this week here in the US, but it has been a long week or a short week. I am so thankful the weekend is upon us, and I think most people would agree with me. Interesting topic today. It's Friday. Of course, we're going to talk self care. That's what life is about on Fridays, on weekends. Showing yourself a little gratitude, giving thanks for making it through the week, thanking others, lifting them up for helping us, being our support systems. Very important. But one thing that goes along with that is common sense. Common sense and self-care. Who would have thunk it? I know. Baby, use the common sense God gave a goat and think about what, the truth is and what isn't. Oh my word. Everything from rumors, gossip, fake news, TikTok, ads you see on not only TV, of course, but the TikTok ads and Facebook ads, and that people put together for likes. Or I guess you can make money off of doing it. I don't know. Honey, they don't care that they're lying to you. They, honest to God, don't care. For them, for some people, it's about the money. The more ludicrous they can make it sound, the more crazy it seems, the more, I got hair in my eyes, the more money they're going to make because people are going to give it a try. A lot of people are so desperate. They're so miserable in their own lives. Maybe they've been struggling with weight loss for years or depression or whatever. They're willing to try anything. And people know that. And they're going to go after it. They don't care that whatever they're recommending or suggesting or whatever is going to make somebody sick. It might put them in the hospital. It might put their life in jeopardy. They don't care because they're doing it for the money and for the likes. Screw everybody else. Kids are doing things, and I don't know any of the common ones because I don't do TikTok and all that nonsense. But there's dares and things like that, the challenges. They think it's funny. Well, sure. Until you end up in the emergency room, until somebody ends up in the morgue. And even then, people don't care because they're out for the publicity, for the likes, and for the money. Please use a little common sense. If something looks too good to be true, it probably is. So let's keep that in mind. With even what you see on TV, on the news, what you read in, I don't know, online magazine, CNN, MSN, see it, Fox or whatever you follow. Think about it. Reporters are paid to report the news, right? We know that. Good reporters, and they are scarce as hen's teeth, report the truth and let you figure out, how you feel about it. But now, journalists, the stations, the affiliates are financially persuaded to put a slant on things, to post things, for one political, more toward one, leaning toward more, I can't talk, leaning more toward one political party than another, or one religious sect than another. They're putting a slant on things. They're doing it intentionally to mislead. Okay, call it fake news, call it whatever you want, but know the difference between the truth and bullshit. Bottom line, plain and simple. Know what's truth and know what isn't. Do your research before you start buying into stupid crap. And the same goes with just everyday rumors and gossip. I talked to some kids, I guess it was a week ago. It was over the holiday weekend. And, God love them. They're just special. They want to believe the cool kids because they want to belong to that group. So they're going to believe whatever line of crap is out there because so-and-so said it. Well, would so and so lie to you? Well, I don't know, probably. And you're going to believe them? Why do you believe the gossip and the rumors? Why do you believe what bullies are saying? Why are the bullies saying that? Why do people do what they do? As part of my job is figure out why people do what they do. I love this. It's like playing Columbo. For a sociopath, a psychopath, a narcissist, a reactive abuser, a bully, they do it for power and control, for manipulation. And they love it. It's fun. They like to stir the pot. They love the trauma drama. They love pitting people against each other and then sitting back and watching the storm. They don't care who they hurt, who they destroy. What child goes home in tears? They don't care. What adult loses their job, goes to jail? They don't care. They could care less. And when confronted, they will say, more times than not, they don't care. And when, oh, Finn, you know I'm right. And when asked if they would do it again, they will either look at you and not comment or say, well, yeah, because they do not have the capacity of compassion and empathy and sympathy. Many people, how many people do you personally know that are incapable of saying, I'm sorry, that are incapable of saying, I made a mistake, my bad? That should tell you a lot about that person. That right there. If somebody messes up, a child breaks a vase, they forget their homework. You reprimand them, you fix the situation, you move on. Are you going to do that again? And watch their response. Now, if it's a kid in their homework, hopefully they're honest and they're going to say, I'll try not to, but it'll probably happen. That's truth. But just think about it. If people are not willing to change their behavior, to change their attitude, to show remorse, to show compassion, we got a problem. And I have an assistant here to support that theory. Isn't that right? Please use the sense God gave a gopher and just think for yourself instead of following the masses. Instead of believing every rumor that you hear. And I know people do this. I mean, I work in an office. There's all kinds of crap going around all the time. I stay out of it. I stay in my office. Good portion of the time, I even keep the door closed because I don't want to hear the nonsense. Don't want to hear it. Because once you buy into it, you become part of it. Once you spread a rumor, once you spread gossip, you become part of it. You become part of the lie. You become part of the harm to someone. Now, you may not care. You may not look at it like that. Well, what I heard, and you share it with somebody. Well, what if that isn't true? And what comes to mind, and I can say this because the family live in another country, and the situation has, thank God, been resolved. But a young girl was seen talking privately with a young man in kind of an alcove area for quite some time. Now, girls that like this guy didn't like this girl, didn't like this happening, and started rumors, horrible rumors about what was going on. Just did everything they could to destroy this young girl's reputation. Do you know what he was talking to her about? He couldn't read. He was asking her privately to help him read so he could pass whatever test, because it was a very basic test that needed to be taken. and he couldn't read the words. He trusted her because she kept to herself. She was discreet. She didn't gossip. Yeah, that's awful. That's horrible. People that know this girl, they knew. They stood by her. They knew her. They knew she would never be like what she was being accused of. Now, the guy, last thing he wanted the world to know was that he was illiterate, that he really can't do the work in school, that he really cannot read, because he wanted to be cool. So what do you think he did? Do you think he's going to stick up for her? You think he's going to cover his own ass? The saving grace, there were cameras with video in the area, video cameras that had audio, and they picked up the conversation. It cleared her name. Now, the people that started the rumors and the gossip that was trying to destroy this girl, do they care that they did this? Oh, hell no. Would they do it again? Yep. Will they do it again? Yep. The guy, he's probably going to get the help that he's going to need. People will come to assist him and offer him the services, literacy services. But the damage it did to that girl, I don't know. I don't know. But the bullies that are behind this, the narcissists, the reactive abusers, the sociopaths, the psychopaths, because people, that's what they are. Those that start rumors, that's what they are, the sociopaths and the psychopaths. People who intentionally hurt other people are messed up. People who are vindictive and vengeful are messed up. They need help. For them, it's all about the power and the control. That they can ruin somebody, they can demolish somebody. They must be a very small person to be like that. And trust me, I have been on the receiving end of many bullies in my day. Many. And I think it's just part of life. And I hope, I'm an adult, I'm 66. People that know me, people that work with me, people that are around me every day, they know what I'm like. This is me. Love me, hate me, don't care. This is me. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. But I would never hurt anyone for any reason. And people know that about me. I stand by what I believe in. I don't buy into fake news. I don't buy into gossip and rumor. I don't spread gossip and rumors. And that's the smartest way to be. Use common sense. Before you buy a product you see on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, think about it. Has it been tested? Or is it just something somebody came up with? Is it FDA approved? Is it safe for human consumption? Before you put it in your mouth or in your body, on your body, think, could this put me in the hospital? Could this damage my kidneys? Could this damage my liver? Could this damage my brain? Could this kill me? A lot of people want to lose weight desperately. They want to look beautiful and youthful. I'm one. I would love to look 40 years old. I would love that. Honey, I'm 66. I do the best I can. But I am not going to try something stupid. Not going to happen. Because I'm using common sense. You have one liver. You have 2 kidneys. You have 1 brain. You have 1 set of lungs to last you your entire life. Last thing you want is a transplant. Because those aren't guaranteed. just think about what you're doing before you do it. Think about what you're saying before you say it, the damage that can be done. We are all accountable for our own actions, attitudes, behaviors, and the consequences. And that is all part of self-care. Just think about it.